I want people to really see what's going on in here. I can't believe they're experimenting on endangered species like these.
Exactly what kind of work do you do here?
I do genetic research.
I'm gonna do the intro to the story. Is this dog an innocent victim? And this doggy, Max?
I want Max back. We're not talking about a street mutt here. We are talking about $1 million research hound.
Thank you, Max. Sweet.
See, Max is not your typical dog. He's a genetic crossbreed.
Get him, Max! Sick him!
Enhanced sight, hearing, strength, stamina. The ability to climb with jaguar-like agility. Even a chameleon-like capability to camouflage itself if threatened.
Give me your person! Get him!
But in the right hands, Max can save thousands of lives. In the wrong hands, he can be a deadly weapon.
We're in big trouble.
He's coming apart. No! He is gonna snap.
Best friend.
Hey, I'm Ray Parker. I play Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace and Snake Eyes in all of the G.I. Joe movies, and hopefully forever, and Toad in X-Men. And you're listening to Three Black Geeks. Check it out. May the Force be with you, and beware of the dark side.
Hey, so gotta ask you guys here. I think we need to rename, when Animals Attack Month to when white people fuck up month.
Isn't that what we already called it?
We already called it. People when white people mess with nature. It's always why is it? It's just white people messing with stuff.
Now here's the thing. I know white people might be listening to us and thinking we're picking on them. Here's the thing. When it comes to other races and stuff, we don't really fuck with things that much. I think the only one in terms of science fiction, in terms of black people fucking up shit, is Dyson from Terminator.
CJ, you cannot blame. I refuse to let you blame the fall of mankind and the war of the machines on Miles Bennett Dyson. Hey. He had nothing to do with it. Hey. All that man was trying to do, that man got into an internal chess match with a CPU from a Terminator from the future. He was just trying to reverse engineer it and see what it could do. He had ideas for science. Nothing was planned for war. So no, I refuse to let you have him go under. I refuse to let you throw him under the bus.
And he put the fate of the world to fucking 2 goddamn keystrokes. Yes or no? I rest my case.
First of all, that was a white guy that did that. Back to my case.
That was a white guy, first off, okay? So you still there on white people.
It's still Dyson's program, sir.
First of all, Dyson destroyed his. He just all his shit was destroyed. The man went out like a G, blowing up Cyberdyne systems. Okay,
you realize as we're talking about this, Terminator 6 is happening, and apparently Terminator 3, 4, and 5 does not exist once Terminator 6 happens.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. 2, and 3 don't even count.
No. 1 and 2 apparently count because Cameron's like fuck 3, 4, and 5. Just putting that out.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold up.
No, you know what, D, don't do it.
Apparently, just a side note here. Listen to our Terminator podcast, folks, but also, apparently Terminator 6, Cameron is trying to pull a Days of Future Past and saying, hey, 3, 4, and 5 didn't happen.
He's retconning everything.
So basically, 1 and 2 happened. 1 and 2 happened.
Done with a retcon.
The shitty retcon.
I got something to back you up, though, Eris. All right, I got something to back you up. Because he's blaming Dyson. I can say one. The only black there's two black scientists, by the way, and I'm really ashamed of you, CJ. You should know this. Mr. Terrific and yeah.
What did he do? He had the terrific spheres. He didn't fuck up anything.
All right. You remember Future's End?
Shit. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's all coming back now.
Shit.
And I got one more for you, and we should all know this. Let's just be real. Baxter Stockman.
Fuck.
God okay, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Baxter Stockman.
The
that's
white or black version. That's all I'm saying.
That's no. Baxter Stockman is subjective because
look. I know what you're gonna say. Either way, the nigga made the mouses. So I don't know what you want to tell you.
Well, it depends on what. Hold on. It also depends on what universe of the Ninja Turtles you're watching, because he could have either made the Mousers, or thanks to Michael Bay, he created Rocksteady and Bebop.
All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this. All right, and if you want to stick it to the movie realm, okay, fine. We'll take Dice out of the picture.
In the words of Denzel Washington, being Malcolm X, go to any side of the globe. There's no place on the world that the white man has been that he has not effed up.
We covered the Deep Blue Sea. You know, the doctor, she wanted to make the shark smarter in order to procure more of the stuff that makes, Alzheimer's not exist, which was the worst idea in the history of worst ideas.
Congo, we had a scientist that wanted to teach sign language to a monkey, and another one wanted to go to the city of Zincho.
So
I'm not drunk yet. I love that accent.
So we get Man's Best Friend, which should have been an interesting science fiction movie, but then it turns into the same old tropey Cujo knockoff movie once you get deeper into the film. So,
it's a straight up horror comedy.
Yeah. So here's the thing:
you cannot go through this movie without saying, you know what? Lance Henderson is playing this a little bit too straight. This is funny.
You know what? I gotta be real about this. I felt Lance Henderson's character should have been played by Miguel Ferrer.
You know what? Nah, Miguel Ferrer at this point, rest in peace. Was not.
Man. He was still at an all-time high. He was in movies.
Nah, he wasn't there yet. He didn't get to an all-time high until like 96. That's when it's like, hey, let's put this guy in everything.
True. But so Man's Best Friend is the whole premise of it is essentially, okay, scientists took a dog and spliced it with basically defensive mechanisms, survival mechanisms of a cat, snake, chameleon, and birds of prey to give it enhanced strength, speed, and senses. What could possibly go wrong with this?
I mean, do you remember in Metal Gear Solid where they said they breeded wolves with dogs to get a wolf to be as loyal as a dog? It's on the same principle of that, yeah.
Minus all the science fiction-y crap.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the unnecessary science fiction-y crap.
Now, if you watch this movie, this is 93, they use some practical effects with the puppets and stuff. Kevin Yeager, if you're not familiar with him, he actually did a lot of the early horror movies, like the Friday the 13th movies, and he did this. He also had a hand in the Child's Play movies.
Yeah, you can see it too. Also, did you know that this movie, 6 dogs were used to film this?
You know what? Peter would have had a field day if this shit got filmed today.
They wouldn't, because the dog would have been CGI.
I got a question for you guys. Did y'all ever watch Cujo?
Yeah, we watched. I watched Cujo.
I watched it once.
I would say that's probably more of a scary movie that this movie was trying to go for.
I don't know about that. See, dogs always. Dogs are like.
I hated St. Bernard's
too.
After Cujo. That's all I'm saying.
I hated St. Bernard's after Beethoven, and that wasn't even a horror movie. So what you want on that one?
Comedy. I don't know. Who did you fear more, Charles Grodin or Beethoven?
Good one on that one. But here's the interesting thing about Beethoven in this movie. Do you know that the movie kind of had some problems production-wise because they wanted it. You can tell that this movie was going to be all horror, and then they started putting in like almost comedic type of moments in the movie because at the time Beethoven was out.
Tibetan Mastiff. That is a real dog, and holy shit, that shit is huge.
Yeah, you said it, mastiff. You said it as a mastiff. If you ever seen a mastiff, if you're a person you never seen a mastiff, I want you to calmly look at one. Especially if you're in real life, just be calm because those mastiffs are actually really nice dogs. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna be really honest with you. Do not fuck with them. Do not. You don't want to be that person that's on the other end of a mastiff being pissed off. Trust me. They're like Great Danes. Oh, they're very goofy looking dogs. Piss it off.
I mean, you seen Turner and Hooch. That should give you a good idea.
Yeah, you seen Turner. Well, but Turner, I thought that was more of a pit bull.
It was a variation of a mastiff. It was a mix with something. It was a mastiff mixed with something else.
Turner and Hooch, right? Turner and Hooch, right?
Yeah, Turner and Hooch.
And that's Tom Hanks, right? So what am I thinking of? What was the one with Jim Belushi?
Oh, that's K9, dog. That was K9.
That's K9. That's K9. Okay. And Top Dog was Chuck Norris.
Yeah, Chuck Norris with the fluffy dogs. That wasn't really like Turner and Hooch and this. They're kind of more or less. I think in Turner and Hooch that was kind of like a mutt-ish because it was mixed with like a mastiff and something else. This and Man Best Friend is a straight up mastiff. That shit was fucking huge.
They're big dogs. They're very and I mean that they're actually very nice dogs though. You know, they're kind of like on the same level with pit bulls. You want to be on their good side, trust me. Certainly, it's like
just don't be a burglar breaking into a house. You're fucked.
No,
you are done.
In the words of Craig's dad, that actually was watching this movie.
Yes.
Your ass.
Get your ass, Mr. Postman. Listen, let me tell you something, man.
There is a connection. Both movies done by New Line Cinema. There you go.
Let me tell you something. Never in my life did I ever see Black Man Speed fail somebody ever in life than that Postman in this movie.
Postman, man, he lost it. He took a good L in this one. But anyway, if we want to talk about good L's and all, let's go right into the movie, man. You know, after seeing all these pictures of dogs in like the 18th century, hand drawn and all that during the credit.
Now here's the thing. I said it when I was watching this movie because it's been a while. I haven't seen this movie. I'm dead serious since like the 90s and stuff. Because this is a movie that used to always pop up on TNT and TBS like all the damn time on like a Saturday afternoon or whatever and stuff.
For this weekend was actually, I want to say 2014 actually. It surprised me when I saw it. You know what I mean? It surprised me legit. Like, whoa, hold up. Man's Best Friend. I remember this movie. Yo, wait a minute. I don't remember that part. Anyway.
Again, like our other movies, like during this month, this was also my first time watching it.
Yeah.
Eric's a virgin. Oh, I hope it didn't hurt you.
No,
not as much.
I was
not
just
not as much. The next movie is.
No, oh god, no. First of all, just like with Congo, you know, Congo was my first. That was the first time I ever saw Congo. Was the week that we did it on this podcast.
Yeah.
This was the first time that I've seen Man's Best Friend outside of seeing it from the connecting movie of Friday.
Yeah.
I was just waiting. Honestly, I was just waiting for that scene to come up. I was like, come on, just show me the Postman. I want to see the Postman. I want to see that full scene. I want to find out what happened.
I like the fact that you just sitting there, Eric's like, it's coming. Any second now, that mailman's gonna show up any second now. There he is.
Now here's the thing. I said when I was watching this, I completely forgot Ali Sheedy was a thing.
Man, Ali Sheedy used to be on television. Not on television, in movies. And this was her last big movie, and she disappeared doing bit roles until about the last big movie she was in the last X-Men movie.
Wait.
For a hot second.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, guys. So you mean to tell me that not Paige Torko, this was the last thing that she did?
The last real big movie with any type of notoriety. Let's put it that way. Everything else may have been like an independent film or like a little itty-bitty, a straight to TV movie or something like that. This was the last actual.
She cleaned up on TV movies and shit more than anything.
I forgot that was Ali Sheedy because at first I was gonna say, "Holy shit! I didn't know that Paige did this movie after Ninja Turtles 3."
All I'm saying is, once Ali Sheedy hit Red Shoe Diaries, we already knew where the trajectory was going. So,
Oh, okay. All right, D, that is a bam that you and I need to do.
She did Red Shoe Diary, right? And my wife was like, wait a minute, why does that sound familiar to me? And I just turned around and I told her the beautiful history.
Man, oh man, Red Shoe Diaries. That's
oh my God. For anybody that knows nothing about Red Shoe Diary, number one, wow, you're listening to our podcast and you know nothing about that show? How old are you? Number two, if you've never seen one Red Shoe Diary, I'm gonna be honest with you, you ain't missed much.
Except for some awesome Giorgio Moroder music playing while that shit's going down. So.
I high five you for that. His music was awesome.
You and Eris, get behind that wall now.
I'm just saying, yo, real talk. I saw Giorgio Moroder on the fucking Daft Punk album. I was like, holy shit, I haven't heard that dude since Red Shoe Diaries. Swear to God, man. I was like, yo, I haven't heard that dude in a minute.
I'm mad that you pulled that. That was a reference. Oh my God, Red Shoe Diary. You know what? In a way, it's funny. That and Silk Stockings, you kind of age yourself off of that reference. You know what I mean?
Oh, you do. Yes, you do.
You kind of age yourself. That's like an old person say, "Oh man, I love The Odd Couple." What? How old are you?
Ali Sheedy, to me, she came across like the early Chandra Bullock before Chandra Bullock was like huge.
Nah, see, here's the difference. Here's the one thing. If you want to say anything, no, see, that's wrong to say about her. She was no, I won't. No, Hillary Duff is a little bit too up the food chain, so I can't say that.
Okay. You want to know the rank that Ali Sheedy hit because this was the early to mid '90s. She's in that same spot as your girl from I think it was Broken Arrow.
Samantha Mathis.
Like she falls to the pit of like a pretty white woman who showed up in the 90s, did like one or two films, and then just disappeared.
So, and Chris is going to get me. Chris, how good are you with sliders?
Pretty good.
Yeah, so she's Karen Word, is she?
Yeah. Except Karen Word, she popped the titty out or two a couple times, so you know.
Hold up. But Allie obviously did because she was in Red Shoe Diary.
This is true, but I mean, I kind of was feeling Carrie a little bit more than.
See, I'm mad I uncovered a fetish that this Negro had as a teen. Oh man, hey, going to the future, girl.
Like for the love of God, D, close the Ark of the Covenant.
But going back to Man's Best Friend. Here's the thing. I was reminded of something early in the movie with Ali Sheedy. She plays Lori Tanner. She's like a television personality that does kind of like hard-hitting news and stuff.
And we get to say a line that we have not said in a long time here on Three Black Geeks.
She's here to get the big scoop.
Thank you, Harris. Thank you. She's here for the big scoop.
And seeing her in that 1990s, the her getting recorded and stuff, it reminded me of a certain show. I'm pretty sure you guys remember it. A Current Affair.
I do remember A Current Affair.
You remember when Current Affair tried to come back, like, what was that, like 6 years ago? Yeah, and it had like 4 episodes and nobody watched it.
yo, real talk. It's like, hey, Current Affair, dog. Y'all had time in the 90s. Nobody wants you now.
Who was that? That hard copy. What was it? They always had those different
Inside Edition.
Inside Edition. Like the one they got right now is actually no bull crap. Your boy from Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen's show is out right now. That's kind of like Current Affair. And I got to be really honest with you. No, it's not Dateline. It's called something totally different. I forgot the name. It's called Crime Watch. Chris Hansen's Crime Watch. Not only do they still do his little thing about catching the predators on there every now and then, but it's like straight up Current Affair. And I got to be honest with you, it ain't that bad actually. It really ain't. I ain't lying on you that one. It was the golden age of the 90s where it was just reporters trying to get hard evidence.
And that's what she's doing. Apparently, she's there to get the hard-hitting scoop on this genetic research facility called EMAX.
Because 90s.
Yeah, because 90s.
Yeah, but You know, man. When you say the word Emacs, I think if you take a knife and cut the word Emacs, just like Nicktoons, where
So,
like a random Nirvana album comes out.
So Lori was supposed to be meeting one of these scientists, Judy, there, and they were supposed to show her all the, animal cruelty shit that was going down. And one of the doctors, played by Lance Henderson, he's there performing genetic altering. And what ends up happening is said animal attacks Judy and kills her.
it was weirder than that because all the woman did was like, I got $500. Like you gonna give me that $500 to take pictures up here? All right, cool. I want to know, did he know that, or did the dog know that?
Well, it's the 90s, in this company, they probably tapped the phones.
Or better yet, somebody just forgot to lock the cage.
That too.
Or because Deep Blue Sea has not taught us anything, guys. The dog did it.
Or just like the shark opened the cage. It's like, oh shit.
Not only did the dog rip off the collar, that little cheap-looking calculator that's on him, that was on him later on, but she fully walks into the cage, then gets drop kicked into the cage and ate up, man. I'm like, yo, what happened?
Yo, I was waiting for the dog to be like, dynamite.
First of all, I am so glad that you said that was a calculator, because when the first time I saw this, I said, "Yo, was that what was that? Like the Texas Instruments just decided to say, hey, here's some props, put that together."
Son, all they did was went to the Radio Shack, got green, blue, and red wires, and just wrapped it around like a power glove and a doggone calculator.
Look, she got fucked up so bad to the point her shoes fell off her feet.
I know, man. It's like, no, did it? You heard the monkeys and everybody all screaming and all that crap, man.
Goddamn seal was in that fucking room. How the hell is a seal in the damn room?
Tiger was still in the cage.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger was still in the cage, but the Mastiff was smart enough to uncage himself. You know what? We got to move on because we're gonna be stuck on this part.
I'm just saying, and
I'm just that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to move on because the plot. Look, let's just talk about the plot. The plot is very simple. This is 90s simple.
Oh, it's so 90s that Homegirl's camera woman, she has a huge ass 1990s camera that you could probably kill somebody with and shit if you dropped it on them. How the hell are you going to sneak into that fucking building with that big ass goddamn camera?
Oh, that junk sat on her shoulder. I'm thinking that thing got to weigh at least 35 pounds, man. And that junk got to be loud as mud. But I like how they walked right into this tightly guarded. It was only one security guard.
Pre 9/11, dog. Pre 9/11, dog. Pre 9/11. All right, nobody gave a fuck. Terrorism wasn't a thing.
Wait, yeah, dude. Because this movie came out. Hold on. This movie came out in November, and remember, the World Trade Center was attacked in February of that same year.
Oh shit! Yeah, the first time when it happened. Yeah,
the first time they did it.
Yeah. But I'm saying pre 9/11, before shit really hit the fan. That's
of course, before shit really hit the fan.
Here in America, we could deal with a couple of sporadic bombings, and shit ain't gonna fucking go. But hey, you ram a fucking plane into a building, it's done.
I was about to say, you can still walk on a plane with a pistol in your hand, man. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Point it to the person in front of you, and nobody bats an eye.
How you doing, sir? I'm doing very fine. Click, click.
Did you just charge your gun, sir? Yes, I did, because America.
Goddamn right, lady. Keep it walking.
No, hold on. That person walks through the metal detector. The second person walks through. The metal detector doesn't go off, and they say, "Wait a minute." Give him a shotgun. There you go.
There you go. We're good.
Was that on High School High?
Yes,
was that on High School High?
Yeah. They get inside there, and she's picking up all these animals, cats and the monkeys and stuff, and cue the "In the Arms of an Angel" song.
Oh, don't do that.
The name of one of the monkeys was named Goner. I'm done. I am.
Yes.
No, here's my thing. Okay, it's so funny. This movie to me was to make people. This movie was double sided, and I applauded for its double sidedness because on one side, Peter was right, and on the other side, you see this, Peter? This is what happens. The fact that it's called Connor.
Yo, what are the deal? Is that hold up? Was Garner the monkey that had the brain exposed, but he had the plastic cover on it and shit?
Something like that. I don't know.
Might have been, yes.
Yo, I like how that one cat looked like it just basically had a vagina on top of its back. What was that about?
Okay. So D, you're a security guard. You former security guard. Is it stable security? Now, I've been noticing it in some of the movies that we've been watching, mainly the ones from the 90s. Is it just staple for every security guard person to have white socks on with their uniform? And they have high water pants, and we can see it when they run. Is that staple?
All right, Chris. Number one, fuck you. Yes, it is. Number two.
I'm just saying here. I'm just like, is that just the uniform? They just say, hey, you gotta wear some fucking white socks or else.
Yo, I saw that. I was like, yo, bro, is Katrina coming, man? Because you got some like, yo,
high waters. It's like, yo, is times hard? Are they paying you enough?
Yo, like,
he looked like his dinners is basically TV dinners every fucking night. That's all I'm saying.
Or unthawing a hot dog in the sink.
I know.
Son, here's my thing though. You talk about the security guard. Only a white person will walk up to a caged animal, open up the caged animal that has all this computeristic stuff on it, pet it, and be like, "Oh, look at this poor thing, lady."
Didn't she take it off too? She was like, "You know what? Let's just take
it off." And this is
a
what
giant
starts,
dog too. I don't trust giant dogs. A giant dog, no less.
No, I love Rottweilers. I love German Shepherds. I love pit bulls. But here's my thing. No, nigga, I'm not uncaging that thing. You stay where you at. You're fine. You are fine, man. We can do the shopping here, and I love it because this is where another thing comes in that I just got to be real. Like I said, I like dogs. I think Chris, you got a dog. You had a dog. You like dogs. We like dogs. Okay.
Still alive and kicking.
Here's what you and I can say. There's black people that like dogs, and then there's white people who like dogs.
And what we're looking at right here, as you can see, is we're looking at Ali Sheedy trying to play nice with Weapon 14.
Basically.
Yo, I love how her black friend, who's the camera woman, like, girl, what is your problem?
Well, here's the problem, D, and I hate to say it again. White women love animals more than their safety. Sometimes.
Again, like we said, much like Okongo, like we said about Harambe. Yo, if Michael Brown was a doggone Rottweiler that was shot by a cop, Black Lives Matter would be a whole lot different than it is today.
Yo, you saw how white women were like on some fuck Michael Vick shit because of that goddamn dog fight, and he wasn't even the main one that organized that shit. He just used his house for it.
Son, I like how somebody said it the best way, man. White women don't even like pit bulls. Where they come from?
He ain't lying. It's like, yo, since when did white women have the corner of the market on liking pit bulls now? What the hell's up with that?
Oh, what the? Yo, to this day, man, I see more white women have collies, little itty bitty dogs, chihuahuas, of course, what I like to call the white people of dogs, Labrador retrievers. We get to see them. We get to see all of them. I have yet to see a white girl. Hold on, let me put an asterisk beside this. I have yet to see a white girl who is not from a black neighborhood with a pit bull. I have yet to see that.
The only way that happens is she has a black boyfriend that happens to have a pit bull.
A black boyfriend, and I will put another asterisk beside it, or let's just be real talk. Her white boyfriend, he fights dogs.
But his white privilege makes it to where nobody really catches on that,
Exactly. See, Chris, now you're understanding America. And
that, ladies and gentlemen, is America. Speaking of which, hey, our boy, bald-headed dude, that's not fucking what's his face from fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I just call him.
Bob Hoskins.
Not Bob Hoskins.
Oh, you said not Bob Hoskins. Hey, it's not John Polito.
You know what, man? Listen. I wish he was Foggy Nelson. I wish he was fucking Ben Urich and fucking Daredevil instead of freaking Homeboy.
Don't you, man? I like this movie would have been so much better if Polito or Hopkins was in this movie, man. This would have been a much better film, man.
Yeah, Robert Costanzo, man. I like that dude. Like I said, I always called him not Bob Hoskins, but he always like plays these bit roles, but he always like makes his presence known. Every movie.
Yeah,
He plays one of the detectives and stuff, and he's asking Lance Henderson, like, hey, what got stolen? And Lance is breaking down, like, yeah, a dog got stolen.
And I like how Lance Henderson comes in with such a presence in this movie, because when they escape from the building, I like how they escaped, and Lance Henderson is pretty much running on foot. And they're like, I don't know how they made it out the building, number one. But they made it out the building, and then the dog named Max, busts through an outside vent and runs to their car. I'm like, yo, how did they even, like, whatever. But anyway, they drive off.
Lance Henderson in his Canadian tuxedo. You know, Denim Dan and shit.
Dog just bust through the gate like, yep, this thing is made out of paper mache, so he's good.
Yeah, bro. And then, like I said, Lance Henderson had this presence about him the whole time. Let me make one thing very clear. Yes, I do have a hard-on for this actor. Lance Henderson is actually one of my favorite freaking actors.
We covered him in Hard Target, by the way. He was awesome in that movie.
Yeah, there's a movie that I want us to do with which is also a really bad movie. It stars Brian Bosworth, and it's called Stone Cold.
His only good movie, by the way.
His only good movie, thank you. And Lance Henderson plays a motorcycle. It's like the leader of a motorcycle gang, and I issue not. Lance Henderson has a straight-up six-pack. I wish I could lie to you.
See, he ain't lying, because Lance Henderson, people underestimated the fact that Lance Henderson, the 90s. The 90s was an era where if you were an older person, your ass better work out, because Schwarzenegger and Stallone were taking your fucking job.
So you had to do something, man. So Lance Henderson said, like, look, we can't fly on our phony baloney acting skills. We gotta do this.
Hey, we talked about this before. Mickey Rourke was the same dude. He had a six-pack and fucking double team and shit.
Man, Mickey always was in shape. You know how that was.
Yeah. Danny Trejo too. Danny Trejo too.
I still have that image of the look on his face before Tiger death.
Son. But anyway,
So Max, okay, so they're rolling out the grocery store after that little episode, and she gets her purse stolen.
Oh yeah, she get her purse stolen from a random Chicano gangster that comes out of nowhere.
Who always plays a game. That dude always plays like a mugger or just. Actually, he's the dude that got eaten by the fucking T-Rex in Jurassic Park, Lost World.
Huh.
Yeah, he did.
Guess what? Well, guess what happened in this movie?
Yeah, he got eaten by a dog, because the dog. See, here's what we don't know, right? He goes after the dog. He goes after the mugger. Comes back with their purse. Come to find out, he killed the mugger.
Oh, that's kind of obvious.
Yeah, but
she doesn't know
happens,
this, because she's like, oh my god, he got my purse. Yeah.
Lori takes Max home with her, and you know what? We mentioned two actors. Before we go into the next actor, her boyfriend, let's talk about Max. He needs a starring role in this. You know who that person is? Frank freaking Welker.
Let me tell you something. You know what?
That is him, the voice doing the of Max. All of that is Frank Welker.
Now my thing
Give
is
him
this.
a credit.
You know, we talk about Frank Welker just having just this long. If you look at his IMDb page, that shit could take up like 10 pages on a damn paper. But the fact that he was ADRing voices for a damn dog, that's crazy. I want to know how much he got paid for it.
I told you guys this a long time ago, that Frank Welker is our generation's Mel Blanc.
He is, man. He is. Just off books he is. And then on top of that, this is not the first time he was here this month, because he also did a bunch of gorillas in Congo. So,
oh, man.
Hey, Frank's the man, bruh. Frank does the parrot in this movie. Yes, there's a smart-ass talking parrot. because this movie needed more comedy.
And I think it's this.
Well, if this, hold on, just to jump on the comedy tip real quick. You can tell this movie was already teetering on trying to be a comedy when you start hearing the Ralph the Wolf trying to steal a sheep music.
Yeah. It's like at any time you're gonna hear Beethoven. It's like, yo, what's this movie trying to do? I don't know.
If this movie came out now, somebody in Hollywood would be like, all right, we got to find a way to get Beethoven and Max in a movie together. Make it a freaking shared universe.
God.
Somebody would have did that.
Look, Beethoven looks at Mac. Woof, woof, woof. Do you bleed?
Lassie is Wonder Woman and she's just sitting back barking.
All of a sudden they're fighting out of nowhere and Lacey comes down.
And then Beethoven barking, roof, roof, did you bring her? I thought she was
with you. And the main the main antagonist being Cujo. Cujo is Doomsday.
Hold on. The dog from Frasier is Lex Luthor.
Stephen King is just sitting back like, I didn't co-sign this shit when I wrote Cujo. I'm just telling you that right now.
Stephen King is sitting. Look, Stephen King to me is one of the few people, and I'm not knocking Stephen King at all, but he is one of the people that bitches and complains while getting checks in the mail. This is stupid. How much is that? $2 million. This is dumb.
Oh, they're making it. All right, cool. All right, how much is that check again? All right, cool.
I ain't gonna like it when it come out.
Bingo as Dream Flash.
Nigga. You gotta save Lois. You must save Lois.
Hold on. All of a sudden, Beethoven wakes up. Hold on. So, and this, I promise you, this is the last joke. So whatever. So Cyborg is going to be Dino Mutt.
We have just put together quite possibly the best worst movie adaptation of Batman
I'm
versus
mad we're
Superman.
giving Hollywood ideas in the realm of where Hollywood is with bad ideas. I'm mad that somebody might pick up on this and do some bullshit like this.
Oh my god! Look,
even if it wound up being a skit on Saturday Night Live or something.
Yo, right now, the dude that the executive at Warner Brothers is hearing this and looking at his phone. Nah. That might get me fired. Nah. This is a little too good. Nah.
Putting that goddamn Jolly Ranch in the dude's mouth was just an awesome idea, wasn't it? All right, cool.
Oh, you're still on that, man. Come on, man. That was diabolical. That was diabolical and 2/3 gay. It was awesome.
But see, again, he's white. He can get away with that shit, all right? It's like, fuck it.
Man. That'd have been Craig Robinson doing that to somebody. They would have been
Oh, there were think pieces like, is Craig Robinson gay? I don't know.
No. Black men and homosexuality in movies. This is
an epidemic.
Hotep. Every hotep out of nowhere. I told you that nigga was a faggot. Like, Jesus.
Like, whoa. Like, whoa there, Tariq Nasheed. What are you doing?
Up. Jesus, man. Look. And all of a sudden, Tyrese got a problem. See, this would never happen if y'all would have made me Green Lantern in the beginning.
And then all of a sudden, D goes on Twitter. Hey, shut the fuck up, Tyrese. It always comes back to goddamn Green Lantern, right?
Always goes back to Green Lantern when you've done it, man. Oh my god. Oh my god.
As he responds to you and can't even fucking spell a word when he responds back to you.
Oh man, Tyree's gonna responds back in Watts.
Outside of Lance Henderson putting on glasses because he wants to look smart, but it's Lance Henderson, so fuck it, why not? He can do that.
Actually, to me, Lance Henderson with glasses looks more evil.
Did he look more evil? Because I think him without the glasses just looks like he ain't.
You couldn't have, honestly, guys, you couldn't have found a more obvious villain for this movie.
Now, here's the thing.
mean, look.
Obvious villain is obvious.
Yeah. I mean, it's like when me and D saw Hitman's Bodyguard, and we see that one dude that was the villain in Fast Five. I'm like, oh yeah, he's the villain clearly in this movie. He's going to betray the people.
That's the guy. We might as well stood up in the movie there. That's the guy, everybody. That's him. That's the bad guy.
Like, now that we've established
mystery
that.
solved. It's done. Now, D was talking about the boyfriend and stuff. Frederick Line. Now, because I kept up with Supernatural, he played Azrael in Supernatural, and I loved him as Azrael in Supernatural.
Yeah. And I was like, I knew him from actually. Here's the funny thing: I knew him from like several episodes, and as recently, I saw him in Blacklist, and he's a little bit, of course,
shit,
he's
he
older
was in
now.
Blacklist. Damn, I forgot.
Yeah, he was there for one episode, but I saw him. I'm like, hey, ain't that Yellow Eyes from Supernatural? Like, holy stuff. And then I looked at this whole time like, yo,
he had
this
a pretty
nigga's
lucrative
been
TV career, man.
Yo, look, everybody laughs at, oh, yeah, I was in an episode of NCIS. Yeah, I was in an episode of CSI. Yo, I was in an episode of JAG. You laugh at that, but guess what? That's solid work, nigga. So,
put it this way. Think of anything, even in the 90s, he was in a lot of the sci-fi shit that I watched, like Sliders and fucking Time Tracks. Babylon 5.
No. You just dated yourself again. Did you just say Time Tracks?
Yes, I watched Time Tracks. Sue me.
Son, you are old child. What?
UPN has some banging ass fucking shows. That's all I'm saying.
No, bro. No. Don't you dare say banging ass shows when they show that Beastmaster show. Don't you dare say.
Hey, look. For better or worse, there was Beastmaster, then we got Teen Knight Rider. Yeah. And then,
you got that sucked too. Oh my god! But then again, I mean, he wasn't in Highlander. That's actually amazing.
Nah. He was in Babylon 5 though. That was part of that UPN shit.
Hey,
for
Babylon,
a while.
Look, I laugh at Babylon 5 on some real stuff.
I fucks with Babylon 5.
A part of me wants to go back and be like, a part of me, I'm a grown man now. I think I want to make that a part of like, hey, I never watched it as a kid. Let me watch Babylon 5.
He was in Matlock. Everybody's been in Matlock at some point in time.
Boom, 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 boom.
Surprised that hasn't been remade by Hollywood. Knock on wood on that. But anyways, Max is very protective to the point that he sees the boyfriend and just immediately starts barking. They have sex and he's just staring outside, giving him the evil eye.
And that's only because he understands human conversation and other 90s science fiction crap.
Yeah.
Son, he looks inside the keyhole and has zooming powers.
He's got the eyes of an owl.
He has the eye of a tiger.
I'm like, I like it because despite them having sex, it sounds like Frank Welker is playing with himself because he's making all these dog sounds. I'm like, yo,
chill the fuck out.
And then Max just straight up shoulder blocks the door, man.
Max is like that little kid that sees his parents having sex. Is like, get off my mama. It's like, whoa, chill.
Sort of like that. Like, mommy, no. Like, hey, Timmy, look, check it out, man. Mama had a headache and daddy was trying to pull something out her back.
Is that why her legs were up in the air? Yes, indeed it was.
No. What did your man say on Players Club? Like, you gotta understand, Diamond. See, she came in here and she had something wrong with the
neck. See, that only works. See, his mistake in Players Club was thinking that Diamond would buy that. No black woman would actually buy that. No self-respecting black woman with common sense would buy that bullshit.
Was that he didn't make up a good lie off the break. That was my problem. It's like, that's the best you came up with. She had a crick in her neck, and what happened? She backflipped on your dick? That doesn't make any sense.
Nah, he should have just pulled the Eminem shit where it's just like, hey, she just fell and landed on my dick.
Hey, look, I was thinking, see, baby, you probably asked yourself, why was I naked? Because I was pleasuring myself thinking about you. See, I was good.
And she came in there and she saw me and she just was like, oh, shit, dick, and just landed on it. I don't know what to do. And that's exactly what and Max wasn't having it. He was like, hey, ain't don't be shacking up here. He was actually like the protective dad.
Yeah, he became very overprotective.
Yo, did you peep his eyes getting all white, his pupils getting widened when he saw that shit? Like, whoa, what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew. See, that's why I was like, DJ Sue just said he had a sight of an owl. I'm like, yeah, man. Who knew that the dog had the sight of a Sony Handycam made in the 19th?
Now, for some reason, he hates everybody else, but he likes the next door neighbor kid, Rudy.
He liked the neighborhood kid only for the moment.
Yeah, only for the moment. And there was a reason behind it, because Lance Henderson said that there's a reason why we need to get the dog back. See, the dog is going to have a psychotic break. Yes. With all that stuff they've been pumping inside of that dog. And who knew, giving the dog, the powers of a snake and a chameleon and a tiger and a leopard, that, the dog was going to be stable. No. He's going to have a psychotic break and eat up everybody. So technically, he needs Max back before he eats everyone up.
Yeah, because he drugged him to the point to where he was being nice any damn ways.
Yeah, he was just being nice. That's why Lori could actually pet and do the things that white people do with dogs, like kiss them on the lip and all that stuff. No, I got to bring that up. White people, why? Why? And I don't want to hear, but their mouths are cleaner than ours. No, they're not.
That's a lie.
Look, I refuse to believe that even when Tommy Davidson said that on Booty Call.
You invoked Booty Call on this damn show? Go in the corner,
yes,
sir.
Hey, just so people can't say that. Oh, why you always gotta say that white people said it? Hey, a black man said it too. Okay. That's the only reason why I'm saying it, CJ.
Fair enough.
And look,
you can stow that corner crap.
I don't care what Nene Leakes and all the rest of them rich hoes taught y'all on the Housewives of Atlanta or whatever they all saw. Don't let no little dog be looking up on you either, okay? That ain't cool. I had a little Pomeranian. Yeah, it's cute when they lick you on the face like once. Oh,
by the way, Rudy is played by J.D. Daniels. Now, he's another one of those people. He voiced Arnold and Hey Arnold.
Hey!
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, dead serious. He voices Arnold and Hey Arnold. Awesome. He's one of those dudes those kids that was a staple in the 90s, because he was in like any movie or show that involved kids he was in, because he was in Mighty Ducks, he was in the Beethoven TV series, he was in The Nanny. Yeah, he Camp Nowhere and all that stuff. So
he was in The Nanny. If that's the kid I'm thinking of, he was in The Nanny. Wow. I watched The Nanny. Sue me.
We only watched it for Fran Drescher. I mean, that's
I didn't actually. That's weird. Isn't that weird? I feel like I'm gay for saying that. No, I didn't watch it for Fran Drescher. What you watching for, D? It was on. TV was on. What you want to? This ain't Golden Girls where it's like, D, what you watching for? For the comedy and for Blanche? Yeah. Yes, I did.
I mean, did you ever watch that show on WB, Happily Ever After? That was another one of those shows. It's like, TV's unhappily ever after. It's like, that's on.
Yeah. You know why I watched that? For Bobcat. Nobody else. That show sucked. It was a wannabe Married with Children. The only thing good about it was freaking Bobcat as the freaking puppet. He was hilarious.
Yes, he was.
Also, Nikki Cox was hot at one point.
I think that's why. That helped too and stuff. But yeah, we come back to the police station, and the sign, Jarrett is being questioned by the detectives and stuff, and they're kind of going back and forth about the dog and stuff, and that's when he reveals about like, hey, the dog was genetically altered, and we were doing experiments on the dogs and stuff, and he tells the detectives that.
I didn't do it just for science. I wasn't looking for a cure. I wasn't trying to do anything. I just wanted to turn this dog into a weapon.
A.K.A. I did it. A.K.A. I did it because I'm white.
And you know what?
White?
And you know what? And you know what? I will give him so much credit for being upfront. You're telling two detectives in a police station that I turned a dog into a weapon.
Listen, if that was Dr.
And hold on. And just to add the cherry on top, He name dropped the title.
Yes, he did.
Because this is more than just like because they're not just dealing with man's best friend.
Ha! He put the title in.
Yo, no bullcrap. No bullcrap. When he said that, here's Angie behind me. Ha ha! He said it! He said it! we both gave each other
Listen, if that was Dr. Tyrone Brown, his ass would have been in cuffs.
Son, if that was Tyler Perry as back to Stockman, they would have clocked him upside the head and already had him going upstate to Fed prison, man.
You know what? I'm mad, and you know what, D? Thank you for that, because this doctor should have been black. Because if that was the case, we could have got a gun butt.
Oh yeah, it would have happened.
That movie, and here's the fucked up part. The rest of the movie would have been basically Max fucking up with no consequences.
Zero.
Exactly. See, white people, this is what we're talking about, how life is uneven for black people. Y'all can make something of mass destruction. All right, I guess we can put it back together again. Oh, the black dude fuck up and tells you that he messed up. No, lock him up and let the destruction happen.
If that was a black scientist, he would have got cuffed, and then it would have been a subplot in this movie of him escaping jail to kill Max and shit. He would have saved the day, but then the cops would have shot his and riddled his ass with bullets for escaping jail, and that would have been in the movie.
Dude,
That is the one thing that really, really struck a chord with me. I'm listening to him tell a story. I'm like, okay, I can see you explaining the reason behind why it's important to get this dog back, because this is a quote unquote $1 million, this is a $1 million government experiment, and I'm like, okay, just go with that. Just say it's $1 million government experiment. Leave it alone. And okay, he proceeded to give them more information.
Again, you want to give the folks your Ian Malcolm thing again from Jurassic Park? I mean, it fits perfectly. It fits perfectly.
I mean, oh God, just the second he opened his mouth after saying $1 million experiment. I'm like, okay, that is all the reason you need. That's all the information that you need to give them. You did not have to go into the details of, I did this, I did that, I added in all this information.
He's a white man. He can get away with that shit.
Hey, guess what? Hey, CJ, guess what? A white man who stood on the shoulders of a whole bunch of scientists who bought a fucking island, and had them genetically engineer fucking dinosaurs. He gets away with it because he's white, right? No, fuck out of here with that. Fuck out of here with that.
John Hammond did not go to jail. He got white privilege helping his ass out.
He got total white anonymity. That's what he got. Total white anonymity. It's I'm rich, I'm white.
Hold on. It wasn't just that. I'm rich, I'm white, I'm not leaving this room that the dinosaurs never came to. Let me just put that out there.
Ian Malcolm should have been a fucking man's best friend. You scientists were so preoccupied with whether you could. You didn't stop thinking you should.
Hey, hold on. It wasn't like it was just a group of scientists. I am really willing to believe that I'm really willing to believe that Lance Hendrickson worked on this experiment himself.
Nigga, you know he did. Lance Henriksen's like, they're gonna talk about me. I can make the ultimate dog. Give me the eyes of a bird. Give me the power of a tiger, and let me get the heart of a black man. Yes, heart of a black man. I said it.
Yo, that one black cop in the station hears that shit and is like, what the fuck you mean, heart of a black man? What the hell's going on here?
No. When he says that, look, all the white cops is like, interesting. Here's the black cop. Are we gonna arrest this nigga?
Shut the fuck up, eat your donut, Bob.
But no, seriously, he had to give them. You hold on. You not only gave information, you gave fucking exposition about why you did it.
Yo, and
why are you not in handcuffs? You know what made it even better? Hold on. Here's the thing that made it even better. He said all this. He got up and walked out of the station.
And you want to know something that's more
better than I?
And you want to know something more messed up, Eris? Let's go back to your favorite doctor of all time, which is Mr. Dyson from Terminator.
Yes, Terminator.
He at least went up like a G and stood up for what at least he died for what he committed. He knew he did everything wrong and he had to go down with his own shit. He stood up like a G, up on his feet like a man, nigga. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, Lance Henderson like, I'm gonna get my fucking dog. I'll see y'all later. And
I mean, Lance Henderson got on some fucking Harrison Ford. Hold on. Lance Henderson got on some Harrison Ford I want my family back shit, and he just starts combing the damn city looking for this dog.
Yo, okay, so here's the thing. Dog sees the boyfriend again and decides, I'm gonna cut that brake line. I got a mission. Let's go.
Well, no, I like how the how the mechanic was like, oh hey, hey puppy, how you doing? Like you want to be useful? I guess you can hand me that brake line if you want. And the dog picks it up and gives it to him. Like, here you go, Nick. Like, have a good day.
Like, wait a minute, how?
And I did like how Perry even looked at the dog like, okay, something is really off about this dog.
Oh my God.
Like, I can't quite put my finger on it, but something is really off.
But then scene number one that I love happened. While Max was out walking with the neighbor kid, he chases a cat.
Oh God!
That's the cat.
No, he doesn't eat the cat because he's part snake. He just swallows the cat.
Max went Cannibal Ferox with the freaking anteater and the anaconda.
Son, this nigga went right up the tree and swallowed the cat. And I know what you're saying, D. That was just bad puppets from the 90s. It was, but
very bad.
It was. Don't get me wrong, it was. But, son, he swallowed a cat whole. And I like how the kid that saw all this, he was just like, the fuck? What?
Now, I have to ask this. Another scene that was weird. Max stalked a damn female dog, and I want to say raped the dog.
It was actually the neighbor kid's dog.
I mean, that dog was afraid of Max. That's like a first. It was a creepy scene. Max literally rolled in there and closed the door like, yo, we're getting it on.
Mm-hmm. Like the pants. Lose them.
Lose them now.
No. It was so funny. Here's Angie beside me. Wait a minute. Are they playing And They Called It Puppy Love? Here's Angie. No. I'm like, yeah.
No.
Hey, you noticed that? You remember?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this was the comedy. Like the comedy part shoved into this horror movie.
Insert befuddled old lady.
Yes.
Did you hear a dog
because that's
yelling?
always needed.
Here's me, to be honest with you. Okay. A part of me, I get where you want to laugh at. You kind of laugh at it, but let's just be real. A dog got raped.
A dog got raped, and we just not only did the dog get raped, but we just heard the dog version of Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Son, not only that, I said this to myself. So this movie went from Cujo to Beethoven, back to Cujo again, to Anaconda because we just straight up swallowed a cat, and now it turned to Tyler Perry. Wow. This movie gives you everything.
And hold on. Like, wow. And we're only 30 minutes in? Jesus.
Now,
You know what, New Line Cinema? Keep breaking the mold here.
Now,
I love what you're doing.
Now, after, her boyfriend, gets the revelation that, his brake line was basically, bitten off and stuff. We cut back to Lance Henderson, the cops and stuff. There's a dead body, courtesy of Max. And, Lance isn't really too happy that Max is out here killing because he figures out that apparently the drugs that he was using on Max before he escaped is wearing off to where he's becoming more feral.
With all the stuff we are saying, we can say it was very 90s, right, guys? We can say that. Lance Henderson had a full-face interface on his computer that talked back to him. It got super well, but then again, I was like, yo, this doesn't match. And I thought about something. Hey, D, this is about a dog that can piss out acid. I'm serious. That's the next scene you see.
Yeah.
He starts peeing on a hydrant and it's acid. I got a question. No, I don't got a question. Move on.
So we cut to the scene that we have seen in Friday, and that's the Postman. And
Oh boy, I laughed my ass off when I saw it because you see the Postman and you see that wide angle shot of the dog approaching, and I'm like, oh god, this is it. This this is the scene I've been waiting for.
I made a mistake in saying the Postman was black. He was white, so yeah, R.I.P. that Postman. He had no chance.
Zero.
Yeah,
He tried to hop the fence. I'm like, dog, you try to hop in the fence. That dog leaps that shit like he's eating breakfast.
Yeah, that was on some Vince
See,
Carter
thing.
dunking over that fucking Lithuanian dude in the Olympics levels of like, yeah, that.
exactly it was. Because you know what? Here's the thing that gets me about that though. The mailman did have the smart idea to take out the freaking pepper spray and spray it right in the dog's eyes. Now,
which did absolute dick.
Yo, you know what that reminded me of, Chris? Remember that dude off a cop, that fat drunk black dude off a cop that got hit by that taser and then took a cigarette out of his mouth and pointed at the chick? I'm gonna get you, bitch. I was like, yo, you just got tased, dude. Go to the ground. That's exactly what that happened. Max got shot in the eye like, nah, cuz you dead, nigga.
Oh my god, man.
He
tried to get over. He knew it was
like how
bad
Max
because there
looked
was
back.
one.
Like Max looked back at him like, pepper spray, my nigga? Really?
No. You was just you got to hit him with the Ninja Turtles, man. Pepper spray. Tell me you didn't pay for somebody.
Please tell me that was standard issue.
Please, yo, you knew it was over with the mailman trying to get over in the fence and the one leg was hanging over. As a kid that used to run away from dogs all the time, you never want that to happen to you. You have to clear the fence.
Oh,
you just can't have it hang over.
No, hold on, D. First of all, actually, just to add on to that, his other fatal mistake, he looked back while running. You don't do that.
Yo,
when death is chasing you, you don't look back.
Oh my gosh, man, that's a good one.
Seriously, I saw him run, and he looked back. I'm like, don't look back. You might have had a chance. Yeah, he had no chance. And make it worse, he didn't clear the fence either. Oh yeah, you gone.
First mistake was trying to think that he was going to scale the fence. That was his first mistake. He should have been bobbing and weaving and going. You know what? He should have just went old school like how we get chased and stuff. We just hide behind cars and just be like, all right, which side you going to come on? Let's go.
It wasn't going to make a difference because Max
wasn't going to make a difference. First of all, Max would have literally bust through the car door like paper mache and attacked you straight up.
Or because this movie would just do that to us. You know, he just lift up the whole car entirely.
Yeah, he would just pick up the car.
You know, I forgot that movie would jump the shark and do some bullshit like that. Like, okay, so Max can pick up a car. Okay, cool, gotcha.
Because we haven't hit the one power that we didn't know he had yet. But anyway, yo, the best part about it though is that he buries the dog on Mailman. He buried the mailman.
Yeah. He buried the mailman. Now let's just think about all this.
Ow!
No, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to process everything.
Let's think about this, guys.
he wreaks havoc all over the neighborhood. He swallowed a cat. He destroyed a brake line to a truck. He had sex with the neighbor's dog and murdered the mailman. And shit, it's not even break. I'm just talking about everything that led up to the point where, you know, like where Perry finds out that, hold up, this dog actually tried to kill me. And no one is believing me. All right, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I love how he comes home with the off-brand box of poison.
That's surprised that they have a dead rat. On the cover of that thing with X's in the side.
My man came up to Max bold as fuck with that poison, and Max was like, "Oh, really? That's how you playing it? Okay, bet."
Dog, this was like the this is like that scene in Ninja Turtles 2 where they tried to put that drug inside the donut, thinking that Toka Razor would eat it. My man Toka, Razor looked at the donut, said, "Bruh, You think I'm stupid? Crushed that shit and found the cube.
To be fair though, that was because Mike was really overselling the fuck out of them goddamn donuts.
Overselling.
You know,
It's like, dog, just let them eat the goddamn donuts. Don't be sitting to say, num nums. Just let them eat goddamn donuts, dude. Like, why are you overselling these things? They're donuts. It sells itself.
First of all, the shit was already suspect by calling it pre-fight donuts.
Pre-fight donuts, though, man.
Everybody in the
proud.
warehouse is legit confused.
Son, here's the thing that get me, and I say bull crap. Because Max would have ate that donut. Ate the donut. See, now I'm stuck on the donut.
Sorry.
Max would have ate food because I've seen dogs eat everything.
If it was Homegirl that gave him the poison, he would have ate it. No problem. That's the thing.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No.
I still think
he was nice to her. So I guarantee you, she could have gave him a bowl of shit and he would have ate it.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. This is a genetically engineered, highly advanced killing machine that is very intelligent.
Pussy has a way of making you dumb. I'm just saying.
He does. He has a way of making you.
But you see what you said right there? You would say he's a highly intelligent animal. You know who else was? A shark that couldn't jump a fucking fence.
That's true.
I did not get off of that. I won't get off of that.
Hold up. Also, couldn't jump a fence, but also recognize a goddamn shotgun getting pointed to his face. It's like, oh shit, let me back the fuck up.
Hold on, going back to it again. Recognize a shotgun, and then along with his fellow sharks, decided to come up with this elaborate plan in under 5 minutes to sink an entire oceanarium.
Son,
just so they could get out of the soft fences.
Like, hey, sharks, you could have cured cancer, but instead you wanted to sink a goddamn place. This is bullshit.
Funny was not only did Max scare Perry off, Max then kills the bird, then takes the dog food, dumps it in the toilet, and flushes.
Yep.
With that freaking mad fake dog paw that was clearly a puppet doing that shit.
And that's what I was like, you know what? I turned to my wife and I said, hey, yo, baby, this movie may be science fiction. She's like, yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I know.
Like, now that Perry has officially gone full tilt in being, full tilt when it comes to Max, Lori decides, fuck it. I got to find Max a new home. Not only do you have to find Max a new home, but you are also being pursued by Lance Henriksen. Yeah, that's right. We haven't forgotten about him.
Lance is still looking.
Lance is still looking. In fact, he even goes to the station. He goes to the television station, looking for Lori after it was discovered that one of the blank tapes that fell out of Lori's partner's camera had her name and address on it. So,
which I did say. That was easy. That was a little bit too easy, movie. That was just a little bit too easy.
First of all, you kind of expected that to happen anyway, because when you saw the tape fall out and hit the floor, you saw the shot of it hitting the floor, meaning, hey, we're going to come back to that later.
Call back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. We'll be back for that.
Just hang on. Just keep that in. Just put a pin in it. Keep it in your mind. It'll come back. We will this topic will resurface.
Don't worry. Don't worry. This ain't Crystal Skull where we jerk you off like for an hour and a half and wait a minute, that had nothing to do with the Crystal Skull.
Or you come to find out the Crystal Skull wasn't even what you thought it was.
So Lori.
So she takes it to a junkyard.
Yeah. And Ray, and the new owner, Ray, he looks like he's very nice to dogs and stuff, at least on the outset of what we're seeing here. In which I'm looking at Ray like, you look like you abuse dogs. Can't quite put my finger on why I'm thinking this. So
CJ, you're not the only one who already had bad vibes with this guy. The very second I saw him, and the minute he started off his sentences with, "Oh yeah, I got a ranch, 15-acre ranch up the state. Dog can run around, enjoy himself, live and grow, yada yada yada." I'm looking at him and I'm going, bro, I am getting bike salesman from Different Strokes vibes from you.
And then the
Stop talking.
And then the heel turn happens when he busts Max over in the head with the freaking shovel, and I'm like, oh, there you go, there's these right there, blammo.
Triple H, he hit him with that Triple H burying shovel right there, man. That was amazing.
I literally said it's hammer time when that happened. I was like, yeah, it's hammer time, bam.
Here's my better question. Now, actually, you know what? We're talking about that. Here's the better question we need to say to each other. That knocked Max out?
I know.
That knocks.
Yeah. Funny thing is, Ray actually fares better against Max than the mailman and everybody because Ray got tools at his disposal.
And even that didn't help him.
Well, you know, he blowtorched Max in the face and shit.
And even that didn't help him.
And he got bit in the dick for his troubles.
I was like, yo, man. I was like, dog, you had to hit her directly in his eye. But thinking of that, I'm like, yo, that's what Max. Because knowing Max, he probably would have just like, you know, had like Wolverine healing powers, and that would have never done that to him anyway.
Well, the only thing that would have happened was, yeah, he got Max got his face burned, and he was pretty much blind in one eye. But come on, when you have all the senses and the powers of all these other very dangerous animals, dude, he's solid Snake at this point.
You know what? It just hit me. This dog has a legit kill count at this point.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
He has a straight up legit kill count. Oh my goodness.
So Lance pops up to back to the station. He basically berates the black woman on, hey, I need information on where your girl lives at.
All while I'm looking like I'm about to rape you in this room.
And then the cops finally get off their ass, and they're like, okay, we really need to go after this doctor because shit's going down.
Yeah, we get more exposition about the doctor's backstory.
It took that. Not the initial confession where he was like, yeah, we did genetic and engineered, and, you know, it just did whatever
I swear I almost stopped the movie. I almost stopped watching. I was like, wait a minute. So it wasn't him admitting what he did to this dog. That didn't want to say, hey, slap the cuffs on him. His backstory is what made you say, okay, we got to track this guy down. And if we see this dog, we're going to kill it on sight. It took his backstory. You know what? Why don't you just hold on? Why? You know what? While you're at it, why don't you just run a background check while you had him there in the room while he was confessing all this?
Well, that was early 90s internet, so they weren't going to get that until like a day later anyway. So,
all right, I'll give you that.
They got a new dog, Jack Terrier.
I was like, oh, it's the little dog. I was like, I hope Max doesn't eat him whole.
You know what?
I gotta imagine the conversation that would have happened if they actually showed that. That would be fucking hilarious.
Now, I'll admit something. D, it's funny you say that because I thought, again, watch this movie for the first time, I really thought something was going to happen. But here's where I believe that the new puppy got plot armor. See, Perry introduces the dog to him. Like, he introduces the dog to Lori and says, yeah, I picked up, like, look, I figured you really want you really want a dog. Let me get you a dog that we can both like. You know, he's a small dog, so he won't even grow that much bigger. And on top of that, I named, like, she wanted to give him one name. He's like, no, like, call him Spike. I've been calling him Spike. He really likes Spike. Well, why? Like, he just likes these things. Like, here, check out this, check out this power cord. Like, look at that. Watch him just go for it. Like, he loves this thing. Here's me. I wonder how this is gonna play out in the plot later.
You know. Like, it was
I'm like, his name is Spike, and he's attracted to like power outlets and and freaking cables and shit. All right, like I'm anticipating something attached to his name is gonna happen.
Felt bad for the boyfriend, man, because Max attacked his ass with extreme prejudice.
Son,
dude.
Max climbed up the side of a house and hopped into Lori's room. Like, I'm gonna wait for that nigga.
Yeah, he hopped he climbed in through the window, waited for him, and said, "You know what? If only I had some type of plot convenience that will mask the sound of me killing this guy." Oh, kid's making the milkshake in the blender. Boom. Okay, I got about a good solid 30 seconds. I could just rip his ass to shreds, and nobody will be the wiser.
Yo, Max is looking like Terminator from the end of Terminator 1 and shit.
Yo, give it up to your boy, though. Give it up to Perry, though. He's over there like, okay, Max, check the shit out, man. look, man, look. You ain't gotta eat me up.
Look, man. Look. You came at me, so I came at you. Let's just call it even, all right?
No,
Come on,
it was
bro.
like that dude
Come on,
from
look,
Superman.
we can be friends.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, like I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Tiger got out of the cage.
As he picks up the golf
Look, right
club.
here. Look, right here. At this point, Perry know he's ate up. Come on, mate. It's like that. Your main shit, nigga. Yeah, I said it. What?
Hey, Perry's my main shit moment was when he picked up the golf clubs, and I was like, oh yeah, you're fucking done.
Tried. Look, nigga, he tried. He tried too.
He tried, and that awesome puppet getting lunged at fucking Perry was fucking ridiculously.
The puppet shot out of a cannon.
Yo, man, I gotta give it up. For Frank Welker, because a part of me was thinking to myself, I want to know how Frank looks like right now dubbing this part. I really do want to know how he looks.
Now, here's the scene, Frank. Max is angry. He's very angry at Perry for the poison earlier. So you have to give the voice and the growl when he lunges at Perry.
Hey, shut up. I was Slimer. I know what I'm doing.
You have to tell me the scene. I can do the scene myself. Yo, I laugh my ass off at the bullshit CGI of him jumping over all those goddamn cars.
You thought that was funny? How about Max outrunning a flurry of bullets?
No, he was. Not only did he have the plot armor of Schwarzenegger in Commando, he had the speed. He had the speed to outrun cop cars. Let me make that very clear for a lot of people that don't know. Cop cars, no matter what, have giddy up. They can freaking catch you quicker than you really realize. Unless you got a souped up car, you're going to get caught by a cop car really quickly. So he was outrunning cars. And then when he jumped over the cars, Chris, here's me standing tall.
Even our boy Robert Costanza was looking at that shit like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Sorry, my favorite thing of him outrunning the cop cars was right at the end. Right at the end, he got into the intersection, and all four cop cars were coming at him from all four sides, right? Fucking Max does the Po Juke from Kung Fu Panda and got all four of them to crash.
Hey, what's that over there?
Oh. Son, it's like at that point, and didn't make it. Yeah, and thank you for that, because right at that point, all of a sudden, Blues Brothers crash.
Now, here's the scene. Here's the scene where I thought.
This with the Barry Sanders juke. He hit him with the Barry Sanders juke.
Now, the part that got me, I really thought, because this is a movie and stuff, and we've reached a point in this movie where, shockingly enough, no black people got killed. I really thought the freaking the dog catcher black dude was gonna get killed. I really thought that was gonna happen.
I really thought they were both gonna bite it.
No. The white dude would probably escape with his life, but the black dude was gonna catch it in the face somehow.
Come on, CJ. At this point in the story, I would not be surprised if Max managed to murder two people at the same time.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah,
bruh, we just saw Max. Hold on, we just saw Max use a cloaking device.
Yeah, that was creepy as shit.
Here's the best part about the cloaking device part that really get me. It's like he has powers of a chameleon. I want everybody to really realize this. In the 90s, nobody knew what a chameleon can do, because chameleons can't just disappear the way he did.
I mean, even when they blend, even when chameleons blend in with their surroundings, yeah, it makes them a little bit more difficult to see, but they're not full on invisible.
This nigga did, you know what he was? All of a sudden, he had the powers of Gray Fox and just blended into like a dress into the background like that, man. I'm like, wow.
You know what, D? You went with Gray Fox. I was gonna say, first of all, he's invisible. He's growling. They're looking for this thing. You know, the only thing missing was for Max's eyes to flash yellow, just so he could be like, just so he could be like the Predator.
You know, man. All right, 2 dog catchers are gonna die tonight. No, They get away scot-free.
Dog, did you like how Max hit the garage door button to like the closet?
Son,
he did it off screen, but you know he did it.
I don't have no words for how stupid this movie.
Oh,
every
man.
time you think, because every time you think the movie's like, all right, look, we done had stupid stuff happen. They're not going to. Oh my God, they did.
Well, see, here's the thing too. We didn't mention that our boy Robert Costanza as the detective. He likes eating chips a lot, just eating anything in his just all the time. And in this instance, they go back to the house, and as this is happening and such, he's eating chips and he's drinking out there, and Max basically goes into stalkerish mode. And that's when he investigates the house, and underneath the house, he sees the postman's body buried, and Max attacks him, and he's dead.
But here's my real thing I had to ask, though, with all that. So, why are the cops not arresting Lori again?
Here's my other question. Did you guys notice that run, like they were just like they were like securing the house, checking, like driving up and down the block. The partner, like the other detective, God, what's his name? The other detective, Emilio. He's like, well, everything is all clear out here. Famous last words, because we didn't even see this guy die. We just know that he did die.
Son, Max straight up killed 2 cops.
Here's my question, Max. How did you manage to kill a cop while he was still in the car?
Son, how?
Magic.
I'm just like, and again, I have to ask that question. So why did the cops not just arrest Lori? Because let's really think about it. Not only did the dead bodies weren't her responsibility. They had nothing to do with her, but she did release a crazed animal out into the wild. There should be some responsibility of doing that. If Michael Vick went to jail for drowning a couple of dogs, wouldn't Lori just go like straight to the jailhouse?
Well,
oh yeah, I forgot. She's a Caucasian woman. I forgot about that.
I was gonna say, first of all, considering she is a white woman, this is the early '90s. I doubt she would even get a slap on the wrist.
And also Lance Henderson did like flip over a desk in the middle of a police station and didn't get arrested. So
he flipped over. Hold on, he flipped over a desk and nothing happened with him. Plus, the cops kind of took pity on Lori, seeing how her boyfriend did get acid burns in the face.
You mean piss? That's what it was. Call it what it is.
Okay, yes. He got pissed on, but the piss was acid. Acidic piss.
Acidy piss.
Dr. Jarrett, he kidnaps Lori, and apparently Max also has the speed of a cheetah, because holy shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This dog's hauling.
Yo, not only does Max get on top of the car, he hops on top of the hood and then
headbutts through the windshield.
Nigga straight up, he Crispin Wad the freaking windshield. I'm sorry. That's part. Lance Henderson, who was trying to aim at the dog, straight up gets his arm, he straight up gets the gun yanked out of his hand. I'm like, yo, just hit the brake. Max will go 15 feet. Just hit the brake.
Watch that chase. See, here's me. I'm getting T-1000 chasing vibes here.
Nigga, I was about to say that. Only thing that was missing was
like, no. Hold on, D. Don't. You can't sing that one. You gotta play the other tune. The freaking T-1000 chasing theme.
Yo, and here's the best part. And I'm just gonna do it for you, Chris. The car goes flying in the air in front of the Emax building and crashes. Credits. Everybody look.
We do get some bullshit jutsu thrown in. A crash this bad. We see that we see the doctor is presumed dead. Lori, she's fine. Black eye, couple scrapes and bruises, but she's good to go. She's able to pull herself out. The puppy is still alive.
That's because Max broke the car's fall. All right.
The car flipped like 3 times.
Don't matter. Max broke the car's fall. All right.
No, stop it. Stop right there. CJ, the car flipped like two. Hold on. The car flipped like 2 or 3 times, slid in sideways, and landed upside down. How are all three, the 2 people and the dog, and even Max included, how are all 4 not dead?
Max is a Terminator, so exactly. The fact is the dog protected all of them by the grace of God. All right? Just saying.
You say that. You say,
scratch that. No, scratch that. First off, through God, all things is possible. Just put that out there. All right?
All right, CJ.
Sorry, I had to take that page from It's Always Sunny because that line from Mac is still fucking hilarious.
No, CJ. I'll accept it. I'll accept your Pulp Fiction divine intervention reason.
This is exactly what happened. Lance Henderson, while still in his car seat, looked down. Everybody got the script. Who's still alive? I am. I'm still alive.
Like, okay, both dogs are still alive. Lori, you're like Lori somehow through white woman magic, you're still alive.
You know what?
And me, I'm just
magic, and then there's white woman magic.
The fact that you're able to pull out of this completely unharmed. And yes, I know we make a lot of Terminator references here, but come on. When the T-800 blew up after Kyle Reese falls down the stairs, even Sarah managed to get a piece of metal lodged into her freaking thigh. The thing is that she didn't escape that shit, like clean. Like, you saw that she got injured. Lori, you walked from that. A car crashed that bad and you walked.
All it took was 2 goddamn shotguns to the chest, and that dog dead.
5 minutes left in the movie.
Guy Ritchie jump cut. Hey, I've watched too many Guy Ritchie movies. That is literally a Guy Ritchie jump cut. All right, CJ, here's what we got to do. Jump cut.
Like about 5 or 10 minutes or so left in this movie. Lori is running through Emacs.
Which looks like it's to go under because I see all them fucking files out in the fucking hallway and shit.
Yeah, like she's just like throwing everything in Max's way. She's just trying to
that's gonna help.
That's what help you outrun the dog who who cleared cop cars. Yeah.
No, not just clear cop cars. That's gonna stop a dog that headbutt through a freaking windshield.
Yo, nigga, this is 93. That dog could. This is 93. That dog could have made it through the fucking American Gladiator fucking obstacle course. What the fuck makes you think that shit's gonna fucking stop him?
You know what?
Just throw some random file cabinets down and throw some papers in the air. Hold on, let me turn on a couple of computers. Let me throw on a couple of computer terminals just so it could distract them with the tracking and all that. Yes, that is a Terminator reference I'm making again. Screw it. Throw it in there.
You know what? The only thing that was missing really was this. Like, the whole time Lori's just throwing stuff. Here's Max. All right, Lori. Babe. Hey, yo, babe, for real? Why you gonna act like that? Don't you realize what I did for you? Don't you realize what I did for you? I pissed in your boyfriend's eye. Now it's just you and me, boo. You ain't got to be like this.
It's like
I loved it you. I loved it you.
It's like, didn't you try to give me away? Like you tried to give me away because of your boyfriend, but you know what? Don't even worry about that. He at the hospital. I'm with you now. Oh, but then you turn around and decide to play all nice with the brand new puppy just because he's cuter than me. How you just gonna go and renege on me after you rescued me?
You know what? After all we've been through, after I saved you, after he hopped on top of you, you knew he was. Look! I saved you from your boyfriend that night. You knew he was gonna give you some lame dick. You knew it. I saved you from that.
That mugger. Like, I committed manslaughter just to bring back to you. It wasn't even that nice of a purse. You could have easily.
Girl, you had $24 in a Sears card that ain't got no money on it.
You ain't shit. You without me equals shit. Now we borrow your car. As we cut to a first person thing of Max's paw on the fucking wheel of a car, and he's leaving us at the end of the movie.
So here's
got to feel it out.
Now here's the other. Now hold on. Here's the other thing that happens. Now, of course, because this is Lori, she's running, she's tripping and falling. She still got the puppy in her hands. They managed to get separated after she knocked over a freaking power terminal with the plug halfway pulled out.
Oh no, I fell down.
And you know, and of course, like I said, they get separated. Her and her new dog get separated. Now we see this game of freaking hide and go seek and cat and mouse back and forth between Lori and Max. Finally, Lori, holding the world's biggest scalpel in her hands, catches Max, and she says, "You know what? I might as well just put it down, Max. It's okay. Do what you got to do. I'm sorry." And then Max notices, "Hey, you put the scalpel down. You're no longer a threat. I'm going to walk to you. I'm going to love you. And we're going to pretend that all of this never happened. No matter how stupid this may look, we're going to pretend that none of this ever happened." And you know what? I don't even see the other dog around, so I'm guessing it's me and you again, like I was before. Everything seems to be okay. Like everything seems to be okay. I'm just hoping that no stupid levels of like a surprise bitch plot convenience pops up. And here's Lance Hendrickson pulling the Carl from Die Hard.
Supplies.
Yo, I'm like, where did Lance come from?
He shows up. He showed up with the shotgun. And I like how you notice how he's been talking in that pre-Wesker-ish voice all the way up to this point in the movie where he just goes into full-on homicidal maniac mode.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Get away from my dog. Like, just get away from my dog or I'm killing you both." And of course, knowing that he's just gonna kill both of them because fuck it. I mean, come on. His own lab assistant got slaughtered by this dog, and I'm quite sure he either liquefied the body or hid the body. Nobody ever found that body, by the way. So what happens is Max leaps into the air off of a leap of faith to protect Lori and took a couple butt shots to the chest.
Yep. And then I was thinking about stuff. Well, there's still Lance Hendrick. Well, Lance is still alive. We got to take care of him.
And this is where Spike gets his namesake from.
Yeah.
Yo,
Spike.
What a shocking
development. You could say we definitely ran into a shocking turn of events here.
Oh my God! Hey guys, this movie was electric.
It was electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Zip zap zippity zap. Oh God.
Hold on. We see Lance Henderson falls on a cage and gets shitty 1990 special effects electrocuted.
I was quite frankly shocked at the happenings that was going on.
Boo! 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 Boo!
We see this happen, right? He's like, so Lance is down Lance is out. He's dead. And slowly but surely Max is dying. And
dude, fuck that dog. That dog did not deserve a slow death. It should have been fucked to the point.
Son. Sonny boy.
I like how Chris just said, fuck that dog.
No. You know what? Nah, I gotta drop son. Hey, yo, Mo, for real? You just...
I mean, it's like, yo, Max all of a sudden gets a hero's death. It's like, this nigga fucking kill people. Oh, he gets a hero's death. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Only white people, man. Like, that dog just eliminated everybody.
And you know what? I'm more mad at Lori because like, Lori, you have the nerve to put that dog's head on your lap. Do you realize
that dog was gonna kill you?
Hold on, no. Never mind killing her. This dog pissed acid in your boyfriend's face.
Yo, Lori was all fuck my boyfriend at that moment.
son, Lori, there's at least 4 funerals that you better not show up at because people gonna be looking at you like, that's that bitch right there. Mm-hmm. She the one that let that dog out.
I am surprised that you know what? I am surprised that she did not move because, and this is where I think a lot of people kind of felt like, all right, this movie is just stupid because we immediately cut to 3 months later. Notice how none of the cops' murders were investigated. Everybody else that died, none of their murders went investigated. Like there is no, like she doesn't even have an impending court case or nothing.
This is the one time where you can legit say blue lives did not matter.
I mean, she completely walked away from this scene clean. Like we see 3 months have gone by. She's taking her new dog Spike for a walk. And oh yeah, just in case you all forgot, the dog rape scene from earlier. Yes, neighbor's dog ended up having
lovely
puppies.
rape scene that they made for laughs.
Yes. Like one of the dogs, so apparently that dog had had some puppies, and one of them looked exactly like Max, implying and then, of course
bull crap.
What
he calls bull crap.
Okay, D, you call it bull crap. I call it shitty sequel baiting. Very shitty sequel baiting.
I call it bull crap for one reason. Why y'all focusing on that one dog? Because he looked. All of them had the same dad.
Yeah, they all did. It's just It's just that one looks so much like Max that they're like, maybe he inherited Max's genetic altering. Or at least his father, or at least the attitude.
Again, all the puppies had the same damn dad. They all have the freaking super gene in it.
But there will be no sequel.
And they called it Puppy Love.
Now hold on. I did like how, even though he shot Max in the chest, he still got pushed with enough force to fly window. Land on the cage and get electrocuted. Can I go ahead and play the song "Never Surrender"?
I mean, at this point, I'm not even mad that he had the power because we've seen the just everything that Max has done in terms of leaping over people. We saw at the beginning of the movie where he literally just sidekicked the damn chick into the damn cage and then dragged her out and shit. So I'm not shocked.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was fun. This movie actually was a lot of freaking fun.
It's ridiculous.
It was stupid. Don't get me wrong. It was really dumb. But there's something to be said about movies that we're never going to get no more with, animals killing everybody and all that.
Okay, this movie is ridiculous. I will happily admit that. That shit, it's definitely ridiculous. I'll admit. But I always said that if Hollywood is going to remake movies, remake the ones that, people don't remember and stuff. I can't imagine. I really feel if Hollywood did remake this, do you think they could actually remake it and actually make it the actual science fiction-y scary movie instead of it being just
instead of it being a horror comedy?
That's the problem. I think in these cases you can't. They come off kind of campy. You know what I mean? And
speaking of which, I was gonna say, D. D, real quick, I was just gonna say it's funny that you mentioned that because this did come off as the sleepaway camp version of Cujo.
It really came off really like one of these versions of they wanted to make a serious movie. And once again, what really ruined this was Beethoven. This probably would have been a much serious movie if Beethoven never came out. Because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of scenes in this movie where they kind of interject comedy in. You know what I mean? And you can tell that the production, that the producers were kind of fighting over the tone, really. You know what I mean? Because at first, what is this supposed to be, a silly sci-fi movie? And then Lance Henriksen comes out, and you're like, holy shit, this is serious. And then all of a sudden, it's like, Beethoven! It's like, what? Then you see a cat get ate up whole, and then you see a dog get raped. It's all over the place. You know what I mean?
This movie does fall in line with, all these other dog movies that came out. What was it about the early 90s where we just saw these dog movies?
Because
I can tell you, white people.
Animals were the craze in the 90s between that stupid ass fucking movie with freaking homeboy from Friends and that damn monkey that could pitch a ball and shit. Fucking Air Bud. Like, you know what? Lassie started all this, but at least Lassie has some charm to it, where it's like, oh, smart dog, because collies are very smart dogs, and then it just got they took the premise of dogs are smart, which they are, and then they overextended themselves with it.
Yeah,
you know what it really is.
See, Lassie, I wouldn't expect Lassie to be like a problem-solving raptor that she can open doors and she can like systematically set up battle plans to attack somebody from 3 different angles and all that shit. No, I mean when they did Lassie back in the back in the 50s and 60s.
Made it for the 90s, which was actually not bad. I mean, but again, at that point, to be honest with you, in the 90s, I think people were just like, I don't give a fuck about Lassie.
But then again, we did get Homeward Bound in the 90s, and we did get
Ren 10 K9 Cop.
Yep, we had Ren 10, and Ren 10 actually had a few seasons. Yeah, we're always going to get these animal shows and stuff like that.
I was just about to say that. I'm like, God, we did get a lot of animal movies in the 90s. And then even further, then further into the 90s, by 98 or was it? No, this was like 94, 95. We got Dunstan Checks In.
Yeah, but my thing is, once they got to the point to where they were doing uber smart animals, it's like, I don't fucking care. Now you're just getting ridiculous. And to me, it's like it's either you do it like we're talking with Man's Best Friend, where it's just ridiculous and you're laughing, or you're going the Air Bud route where I'm like, this is just stupid. I don't get this.
Bad. I mean, there's crazy bad, like this movie. There's stupid, like no, I wouldn't say stupid, but kid friendly stupid like Air Bud, and then there's just freaking stupid, and that's Bingo.
Yeah.
You know what, Bingo? To give Bingo its credit. And it could be because Cinema Snob did it, and I understood where he come from with it. Bingo was actually pretty doggone. Sorry, doggone. I'm sorry.
Boo!
I know. Thank you. It was pretty spot on.
No, you did it again.
Oh my God, I did do that. Oh. But it was really good satire on Lassie, though. You know what I mean? It was a really good satire against on Lassie type of movies, and it was funny because you did have that kid that was acting like Probst from the original Lassie. Come on, boy, you can make it, boy. You know what I'm saying? You had that. It sucks that my kids are gonna have to deal with when all the movies they either get the cute puppy movies or the cute kitten movies or. Look, it's a talking cat. Look, it's a Halloween cat. Look, it's a Christmas puppy. Look, it's a basketball bat.
Or make it worse, they get internet meme animals that get their own movies.
Oh my God, the Grumpy Cat got its own movie, man. Like, actually, the Grumpy Cat was like on Cartoon Network one time. Look, it's ridiculous, man. Look, that's the thing. That's the one thing. If we had to say anything about this month, not only is it white people stop fucking with nature, it's also we get it. Animals are going to have their place in movies, and they always should. Come on, our favorite movie, guys, had a monkey in it. That's Jay and Silent Bob. They had a monkey in it. I'm sorry, an orangutan. They had an orangutan.
Yeah.
So we always going to have places for animals and all that, but whatever. So we finally get to close this month out now. Holy crap! With a piece of crap, with a pure piece of crap.
But you'll be in for a shock. That's all I'm saying. Ha! Shock.
And some terror. Oh, you know what? Boo! This is 3 black geeks.
Both suck.
Peace. Both of us suck. All of you suck.